everyone, Suzanne here. So this is going to be a super short video just to really quickly update you guys on what's been happening and just a little bit of a channel update as well. So yeah, as you can probably tell from the title, we bought an apartment. I am so happy about it, but also so insanely scared, stressed, overwhelmed. But I am so grateful. So yeah, I'm just making this video to update anyone who was curious about what's been going on, but also just to explain the chaos kind of that's been on my channel. I know since I started YouTube really, the channel's been a little bit chaotic. There's not really been a schedule or consistency or anything like that. That has honestly been due largely to my living situation. So I'm really hoping that next year I can establish an upload schedule. I was talking about that a little while ago. More regular content and just some extra things on my channel. Like I would love to try and do a couple of streams and things like that, and also branch out and play some other games as well as Tomb Raider. So I have a lot of really exciting plans for the channel. I just haven't had the time to do any of them. This YouTube channel is honestly my passion. It makes me so happy. So yeah, just really briefly about the apartment. So we got a 2-bedroom apartment. We were so lucky. There is an atrocious housing crisis at the moment in Ireland. It's particularly bad in Dublin. I'm sure a lot of other countries are experiencing something similar right now. The prices of properties are through the roof, and the availability of properties is almost non-existent. Basically, there's not enough homes in Dublin to house all the people that live here. So that means when properties go on sale, there's a ton of people trying to get them, and that leads to bidding wars, which just makes the prices shoot up and go to absolutely crazy amounts. So we just knew that there's not a hope in hell we were going to get a house. You know, we just had to let go of that dream and accept it. So we decided we would try for an apartment instead. Now, getting an apartment was still an ordeal, but by some luck or whatever, we managed to actually get one. So we did lose out on a couple of apartments, but we eventually got this one, and we feel so grateful and so happy. But at the same time, the housing crisis kind of ruins the experience, because I'm also just feeling incredibly sad and incredibly guilty those other people didn't get the apartment. So, but I'm just trying to focus on the happiness. I'm also trying to ignore the little voice in the back of my head, you know, that's telling me like you've either made the best financial decision of your life or the worst financial decision of your life. You know, it's very scary as well to like hand over all your life savings and everything. So yeah, it's a lot to process. It's very overwhelming. But in terms of the channel, I am hoping that there won't be any disruption to the channel. We are going to be moving this week when this video goes up. We will be in the process of moving for that week. We have 1 week to move because during the summer we were also actually served an eviction notice for the apartment that we live in right now. It is the second apartment in 2 years that we have been asked to leave so that the landlord's son could move in. And you know, I totally get it. You own an apartment and you have a family member who needs somewhere to live, and you know, that's totally fine, but it's just extremely stressful, and to have it happen twice in a row was a lot. So we've kind of just been dealing with that stress on top of everything. So with all the delays with buying the apartment, our stress was just increasing as our eviction date got closer and closer as well. But it's all good, it all worked out. But yeah, so that means that we need to be out of here by the 31st of October. Not that that was our eviction date, just that if we're not out of here by the 31st of October, we have to pay a whole other month's rent, which we really don't want to do. So we will be moving everything ourselves by hand, basically because we are moving to an apartment complex that's just across the road from where we live now. So it just couldn't justify hiring a moving van to move things 2 minutes. So we're gonna just move it ourselves. We did it last year when we moved to this apartment. We moved from the same complex, so we're going back now to the same complex we were in before. But yeah, we moved across last year and we did it all ourselves. We just literally got a shopping trolley from a supermarket and just put all our stuff in it and wheeled it across and kept going back and forth until we'd moved everything. So we're gonna do that again, and then we will just carry the small few bits of furniture across that we have, because like I said, in Ireland most rentals come fully furnished, so we don't actually have that much furniture. That's also a problem. We immediately need to order a bed for our apartment because we don't own a bed. The place is just going to be chaos, honestly, for a little while. So yeah, there's just been lots going on, but ultimately it is absolutely fantastic news. We now own our own apartment, somewhere we can never be kicked out of, I guess, unless we don't pay the mortgage, because technically the bank own like 70% of it, so but we'll just ignore that. We'll just ignore that part. Somewhere we can't be evicted from just because, basically. So as long as we pay, we'll be able to stay there. Yeah. And sadly, that does mean that we have to say goodbye to the kitchen background. So I'm not sure exactly which video it's gonna be, but don't get scared. At some video in the near future, there's going to be a completely different background, and I'm kind of sad about it that the kitchen background is going, because I don't know, I feel like it's just become the background of my channel now, even though it's so ridiculous. But hopefully I will be able to have a much better setup in the new apartment and yeah, be having a new background. I am seriously so sad to say goodbye to that kitchen. It's crazy. So yeah, that's everything that's really been going on with me the past few months. Thank you so much to everyone for showing so much patience and understanding when videos were late or videos didn't go up and stuff like that. I was just honestly a ball of stress. It hasn't sunk in yet. I think I'm kind of just in shock, honestly, still. Like, I am so happy, but it's also just, it's a lot of money, you know? It's scary. Getting engaged was nothing compared to this. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and listening to my life update / terrified rant. We'll be back tomorrow with another Tomb Raider video. Again, if there is disruption on the channel over the next week or so, please do bear with me. Thanks so much for listening to me, and I will see you really soon in a Tomb Raider video.